Someone finally did it. After 6 years, the bounty hunter bots are back, and they're incredibly organized and precise. This is a heavily planned farm, and it's difficult to tell just how much gold they're actually making, but I find out everything about it, including who is behind it. But obviously, I didn't know any of that yet when I first found them, and it all started from a tip. It said the Australian Bounty Hunter World 569 is flooded with level 32s. I hop into the world at the GE, and there are level 32s just standing there, although none of them have any bounty hunter kills. So I head to Bounty Hunter, and there do seem to be some level 32s there, but they also have no bounty hunter kills. By the way, this is at like 5 p.m. US time on Friday, which ties in later. So I pass the barrier into the minigame and quickly find a few majors killing naked level 32s. But the majors only have like 20 to 30 bounty hunter target kills and weren't really moving like bots. But I might as well try to kill them, and luckily over the years I've created dozens of different types of peers, one of which of course has 10 hit points and 60 ranged. Combat level 32. So I bond up the account and slap 50 mil worth of gear on it. But then I remember I suck at PKing and switch it out for a 700k setup. On my main, I've been scouting World 569 and more level 32s have been coming in. It's looking like a major farm is being spun up before my eyes. And the timing of the bots ramping up makes sense if it's a suicide farm. It's just starting up after Jagex' offices close for the weekend. The debower is going to be perfect. I'm guessing they're gonna log or run if they see a PKer, so a long-ranged, high-damage weapon is kind of the perfect setup, so I hop in. And I run into a bot almost immediately, but the exact opposite of what I was expecting happens. The bot wants to fight. It runs at me and attacks me first. My specs don't land, and I almost die immediately. I only have 10 hit points, and them being so aggressive was not part of the plan. But then the bot seems to lose interest in me and runs away. These bot mechanics are weird, I have not figured them out, and 10 seconds later I run into another bot, which, like a little Terminator roach, immediately tries to kill me. And these bots have a max hit with these darts of around 6, and the darts come in fast. The facts on this one may be a little bit disputed, but I lagged a little bit. Australian ping world, and 2 6s in a row take me out. We need to make some upgrades to this account if this is gonna work. The master plan is to annihilate these bots. So it's time to go to rock crabs. The goal is to get to 61 range for a rune crossbow to equip with the Aquanite hopper. Then I can get enchanted dragonstone bolts to spec with and basically one-shot the bots. Plus, I'll get like 20 hit points so that the bots can't 2-hit me, which should completely change the dynamics of the fight. I can go gain up to 5 combat levels anyway and still be able to attack them. While I'm training, I'm also spying on the bots, and one thing I notice, randomly they'll leave the bank chest and break a teleport tablet, and I want to know where they're going. So I got out the basic tabs, Varrock, Lummy, Camelot, Falador, and so when I see a bot tab, I tab, and I check each location, and there's nothing. I even checked some lesser likely, rarer tab locations, still nothing. And I checked for all of the 30 minutes it took me to get from 60 to 61 ranged, still no idea where these bots are going. Meanwhile, I was ashamed that I had died to the bot and wanted to make sure that everybody knows I'm not scared of them, so I brought my full ranger outfit this time in 50 mil risk. And these bots are tough to kill. They eat if their hit points get below 90%. Their darts are annoyingly effective, and they all have 35 hit points, which is still well above my max hit. But I'm starting to get a feeling for their pattern, and finally, a dark bow spec hits big, and I get a kill. The loot is 60k cash. I get lucky with another debow spec a few minutes later, and I get another kill. Same thing. I could make some decent money if I could kill them quickly, or if I could figure out a way to kill the bots that become my target. But it seems like this account is not right for that. So I do some research. I've been out of the low-level PKing game for a while. Apparently, low-level twin flame staff peers are the most overpowered thing this game has ever seen. So I craft a plan and start tweaking an old low HP mage peer of mine. Introducing my latest creation. 13 hit points so that the bots can't 2-hit me with those darts, and Australian ping. 70 magic so I can equip an occult necklace, the twin flame staff, and cast fire wave with an imbued heart boost. And with the imbued heart on me, I'm risking 150 million GP. And as I get ready to leave the barrier, a slightly higher level mage gives me an eerie warning, reminiscent of an Obi-Wan Kenobi who grew up on Discord. He says, "Do prayer. You will die from these shits." Obviously, I ignored it. It turns out I had created the most cracked, perfect account for this. And we'll get into that right after we talk about your bed. You're gonna spend about 1/3 of your entire life sleeping, which also affects your health more than most things. So why not invest in your sleep? Introducing Titan mattresses. I got a Titan Plus Elite Queen mattress a week ago, and so far it's incredible. I'm falling asleep quickly, I'm staying asleep, and it's giving me way more support than my last mattress. Somehow this mattress both really supports my weight, but is also incredibly soft. The mattress is also very thick and sturdy. It's absolutely not just a single slab of foam like some other mattresses these days, but has multiple layers of support to it. From a base layer of coils to 4 layers of foam with a cooling cloud pillow top on the surface. And these things are built to last. A third-party tested Titan mattresses with over 200,000 rolls, double the industry norm, proving its durability. Plus, if you buy one, you get a 120-night sleep trial with a limited lifetime warranty and free shipping if you live in the US. Plus, they have a really easy return system. I think this shows Titan Mattress really stands behind their product. All their mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped in their Arizona factory. A little life hack, by the way, you may also be able to use your HSA or FSA, your health savings account, to purchase a Titan mattress. I'd check your healthcare policy docs. So, click the link in the description to get 30% off your order with code SIRPUGGER. 30% off is a really good deal. Thanks to Titan Mattress for sponsoring this video. We're back. The Twin Flame staff makes me hit twice. The first cast I ever make hits the bot for a 33-13, so a 46. Not quite my max of 47. I was about to make a lot of GP, but the slightly higher level mage's words stuck in my head. So I did bank the imbued heart, lowering my risk to around 20 mil. And within 5 minutes, I'd killed 10 of them. It was an absolute slaughter, and the best part is, they come to me. I'm trending between 4 to 5 mil per hour. But I'm greedy and I wanted more. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I make more? Up until that point, when I got a target, I was usually busy getting attacked by a different bot, and I'd noticed my target quickly went to the lobby anyway and lost me as a target. But at this point, there were no bots in my vicinity, and the wise higher level major runs up to me, and at the same time, I get assigned a target who is in the outer rim, and I'm standing directly between it and the lobby. It's not getting away. Meanwhile, the wise higher level mage asks, "Got any target kills yet?" as I'm casting the spell that is literally about to get me my first target kill. Like, this guy's timing is a little creepy, right? But I play it cool, and my target drops a tier 1 emblem. So I start going after targets because I'm greedy. Let's see if I can get a tier 10 or some loot crates which targets drop. I camp out near the lobby and hope the target is in the outer rim and I can cut them off as they run for the lobby. And in the meantime, I also get dozens and dozens of bot kills off target. You can see the GP piling up in my inventory in 60k increments. And I start to understand their coding logic a little bit better. It's kind of genius, unfortunately. If my target makes it to the lobby, they kill themselves with a venom sac to get rid of me as a target and bypass all restrictions Jagex put in place to prevent repeated target skipping. I also noticed that very strangely, I'd see a bot get teleported in from the barrier to one of the teleport spots in the outer rim. Then immediately another bot would appear, but not in the standard location they should be teleported to from the barrier. And the bot would kill the other bot, clearly they're each other's targets, and then the winner logs out and logs back in, spawning them in the lobby safely. Now I'm slow, but even I could put this together. Bots appearing like they teleported into the minigame, a mystery previously posed in the story as to where these bots were teleporting to from the lobby, and the existence of a teleport tablet called Teleport to Target. I just didn't think the bots would do it because the scroll required to consume to be able to use a target teleport tablet is like 10 mil, but they are doing it. And honestly, in like 20 minutes, I had only gotten to a tier 4 because a lot of the time I was too far to cut off my target bot on their way to the lobby. So let's try teleporting to target. And by the way, the wiki is wrong. It says you can only cast the spell from the bounty hunter lobby and that all the spell's restrictions apply to the tablet. That's not true. You can use the tablet outside the lobby, no problem. But you can't use it in combat, which is a weird restriction. So anyway, the strategy worked and it was awesome. The only slight annoyance was that I can't teleport to target if someone is attacking me, and it's hard to dodge all the little Terminator bots trying to attack me all the time. These are bots waiting for their target. My guess is they will run away as soon as they get their target. That's why they attack me and then a few seconds later they might run away. They're probably coded to attack everything, maybe either to be annoying or probably to prevent exactly what I'm doing, teleporting to the target. But in any case, I quickly get a tier 10, and along the way I picked up a couple tier 1 bounty hunter loot crates. And what's nice is I can actually calculate how much GP these bots are making by doing this. So before I continue my rampage, let's pause and calculate how much GP per kill I made, not including the actual 60k bot loot that they drop. By the way, the reason they risk 60k is that if you die in your Scald, you lose 10k GP from your coffer. And second, if you risk at least 50k and have a target, your EP goes up twice as fast, 4% per minute instead of 2%. EP is earning potential and is what determines whether you get a nice loot boost in the form of a BH loot crate. So, from the 10 kills, I got 2 bounty hunter points per kill, that's 20 points. You also get an extra 3 points every 10 kills, so I got 23 points. The tier 10 emblem can be traded in for 56 points for a total of 79 points. And points are worth 18k GP each if spent on target teleport scrolls, so the 79 points are worth roughly 1.4 mil. And on average, the 2 loot crates I got together are worth around 500k. I opened them and got almost exactly 500k. So, 10 target kills is roughly 2 mil. Each target kill averages to roughly 200k more or less. Each of these bots within 24 hours are now sitting around 200 target kills, which means so far each bot has made around 40 mil in the last 24 hours. So now it's truly time to farm the bot farm. Except there's a new problem. I'm on a tier 4 and pretty zoned out, and I teleport to my target, who I did not notice is a level 38 obby mauler named Fishfinger. And in the ensuing chaos, I almost killed him, and he hits me with his obby maul for like a 4. And that's when I finally kick it into gear and get out of there. He was also kind of slow to follow. So I escaped, I add him, and I ask him for a truce. At one point, he says, his 10 mil LOL, which seems to be referring to me, but not meant for me, and alarm bells were kind of going off. And then, this slime ball asked me to pay him 5 mil to leave. That's my move! But I also said absolutely not, so he hops worlds, but I keep him added, just to keep tabs on him. And it's back to the rampage. I am absolutely feeling myself. Greed is at an all-time high. Ego is up there too. I'm quoting Oppenheimer as I nuke these things and get from a tier 4 to a tier 9 in 6 minutes flat. Now you have to understand, I've killed like 90 bots so far, and the process is on autopilot. Wait for a target, maybe get a few rogue kills if it's taking a while, then start running away from the non-target so that I can teleport to the target when I get it, and I'm just spam clicking the teleport tab as I run away. With one of the bots running at me, I get a target and I'm spam clicking the tab to get out of there. And I realize, as soon as I click on my target, but it's way too late, and the debo spec easily one-hits me. And all I can think of is one name. Fishfinger. I message him asking if he betrayed me. He swears he didn't, and that he doesn't know my killer, Amethyst File. Then again, he initially logged out when I asked, and then logged back in. And before he said no, he asked what the username of the account was. Something is sus. I log out for the evening. My high was gone, and the come down was incredibly steep. The next morning on Sunday, I log in to check if the bots are still there, and they are, each with 400 target kills. So, I go to get some B-roll footage of the bots while I start editing, when out of the corner of my eye, I see one of the bots actually say something. The bot owner was talking through one of the bots and said that he's a huge fan of mine. Not a great look, but we'll glaze over that. We add each other on Discord, and I ask him to send me screenshots or clips of bot loot to confirm how much GP he's making, and he says, yeah, I got a loot pick. Killed this dummy yesterday. Anyway, he said, just kidding. I know it was you. Someone told me yesterday after I killed you. He then said he'd send me the clip of him killing me. I said fine, but then he asked for Discord Nitro to send it. And that kind of fell apart, but then I thought, wait a minute. Who the hell told this guy that the major he killed was me? There's only one person in this whole world other than me that knows that that account is me. And that's Fishfinger! I had told Fishfinger in a moonshot effort to get him to leave that I was Sir Pugger and just wanted to kill the bots and record in peace. So I asked the botter who told him. He says he can't disclose who, but then immediately caves and confirms it was Fishfinger. So I chat with this guy for a while. He says he's been running 20 bots here from Friday to Monday morning each weekend for the past 5 or 6 weeks or so, whenever the rotation includes the Australian bounty hunter world. If he runs them during the week, they get banned too fast by some manual flagging process. So he starts them Friday when Jagex's offices are closed down and there's nobody to basically do the manual action that bans him. He showed me that he made 1.2 billion GP in 40 hours from 20 accounts, so it's roughly 1.5 mil per hour per account. From Friday evening to Monday morning, he'll make around 2 bill. He says he'll continue to scale up next weekend, although he is worried the price of the bounty hunter teleport scrolls will collapse as he scales, making this method basically not worth doing. But he said the real money is in providing a boosting service to players and that they're willing to pay a lot for it. So I looked into it, and I found a Discord group, I think not affiliated with this botter, who charge a lot of money for bounty hunter boosting, which is super bannable whether you're botting it or not. The service ranges from 800k to 2 mil GP cost per kill depending on your combat level, so it is incredibly expensive. The botter also sent me a screenshot of bots in a clan chat saying random numbers and said, "You'll be interested in this." Then he told me to join a clan chat in game. He then explained that the maker of the bot did not know how to have the bots communicate with one another on a central server to determine which bot gets to kill the other one when they get each other as targets. So the solution implemented is whenever 2 bots get each other as targets, they input a number between 1 and 1 million into this clan chat, and depending on the number, one of them gets to kill the other. Now, a few other things to note. 1, I would not recommend you kill these accounts if you do not want to get banned. The guy in the tip-off originally said he got banned after he killed them, and other people have gotten banned trying to kill them according to the botter. So, if you do want to kill these bots, prepare to probably get banned. Second thing to note, this whole thing is so ridiculously dumb. The Australian bounty hunter world has only ever been used for botting or boosting since it came out. Just remove it and this problem is like 98% solved. When I actually went to originally check if these bots were active, I think I saw a separate gold farming operation, and that's when I started gearing up my range pier, and by the time I got back, this other bot farm had ramped up. So if the gold operation wasn't there, I would never have found the bot farm. Now the botter claims that Fishfinger only told him the major was me afterwards, and that he in fact noticed me organically. I'll leave that up for you to decide. Now before this video wraps up, I want to give a special shout out to this guy, Soap Eater 3, who I came across in Bounty Hunter, who traded me his gilded axe and asked me to spit on it for good luck, helping him get a beaver pet. And on that note, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys very soon.